The show is about to begin.
Life is beautiful. Life is delicate. Life is precious. Life is every single one of us has experienced. So really there is so much birth. Everyone was born. Everything that is alive was born, fell out of the vagina. We are actually quite oversaturated with birth. So much of it, but somehow all made invisible. Those snakes were born too. Each and every single one came out of the vagina. Everything is connected through this same beginning. The difference between being born and bred is not the pain, blood, sweat, and labor of a baby emerging from the vagina. That part is very real every time. But the purpose instead. External forces bringing life into this world for a reason. Humans playing God. To have a society that need bodies, to keep that society alive, they need food. The only reason there are so many of us is because someone wanted it that way. That's really the reason for almost everything. And so we get bred. And voila, how came our human world? So what are we doing to mothers, to life givers, birthers? They are what we come to exist through. We ask ourselves over and over if man is born good or bad, and not about the conditions it takes to birth a good man, to nurture the beauty of life and existence. How can we be good when to give life has been misconstrued? To have a body is now to have value. Every body has a value. We just call them different things. We call that cow meat, we call it food, so that's what it is. Well, what if I call the grass growing in wash my food? What makes that less food than your food, if I can eat it and survive off of it? Is it the nutritional value? Are you guys really paying attention to nutrition? Or I guess what makes something food or normal food? Who decided what kinds of things you can buy at the grocery store? Why is corn in everything? You know, much of science shows, indeed, we are corn. And so are cows. They feed us the same way. The most convenient and affordable product gets packed into us as densely as possible to keep us alive. So is red 4D food? More food than the grass at wash? Who decided that we would eat all these cows and not all these dogs? Or all these people? You do not have autonomy. None of us chose to not know anything about our food and where it came from. Why would we want that? Want to know absolutely nothing about our food, where it came from, how it will affect our bodies and our health. None of us chose to have our food come from a battery cage in Iowa, or from a continuous lifelong cycle of birth and insemination. None of us chose to have our food come out of a vagina. You do not have autonomy. You were told to be born, you were told to have children, you were told to come to school here, and are told to get a job. I guess I'm just wondering what happens now. In a time when we have access to all the information we need, a simple Google search will tell you how harmful meat is for your body, the animals, and the planet, how it reproduces white supremacist patriarchal values. What happens when you know all that information, but it still doesn't matter? Feel that it's not close enough to you for you to have to actually make a real change. So, does knowledge not mean anything anymore? So what happens when we see injustice and fascism all around us and we don't speak up? It's the same thing. We know what is right and wrong, and not listening to that inner voice, the one that tells you it's wrong, is where we lose and they win. Because taking the easier road is the one that was paved for you to take. When you ignore that voice and you stop questioning, you become me. Just as a trick, next time you can, act like you're going to be pet and then bite that hand clean off, because it was never going to feed you. Autonomy is ours for the taking.
They don't want you to know, but babe, this is the revolution. Mommy! Where are they taking me?
I open a mirror and enter. Mother is inside a mirror, sitting. I open a mirror and enter again. Grandmother is inside a mirror, sitting. I push aside this grandmother mirror and step over a door sill. Great-grandmother is inside a mirror, laughing. I place my head inside great-grandmother's laughing lips. Great-great-grandmother, younger than me, turns around inside a mirror, sitting. I open this mirror and enter. Enter and enter again. All the ancestral mothers are sitting inside a darkening mirror, and these mothers mutter and call in my direction. Mommy, mommy.
Elisa! Dinner's ready. Coming.
For dinner. So how was school today?
It was okay, but they were right. Third grade is much harder than second.
What did you guys do today?
We learned about our dream jobs and what we wanted to do when we grow up.
Dream jobs.
Yeah, dream jobs.
What did you say?
Well, I said I wanted to be the first woman president.
Well, I certainly hope you're not.
Why would you say that to me?
Well, I would think by the time you grow up, we already have a first woman president, and hopefully even a second.
Okay, but it would be really cool if it was me. What did you want to be when you grew up?
An airplane hostess.
An airplane hostess.
Like the ladies on the airplane that would give you the snacks and make sure your seatbelt is buckled. I wanted to travel the world. What did your classmates say? Did anyone else say president too?
No, most of them said doctors and veterinarians, but that seems a little boring to me. I wanted to be an adventurer, but Ben told me that's not a real job, so I just said president.
Well, you know it's important to think about your dream job.
I know, Mom, that's why I did. Mom? Mom?
¿Qué pasa?
Why do they call it chicken?
What do you mean, amor mío?
Like, why is it called a chicken?
Well, because it's chicken.
But like, why would we name it after a chicken? That seems so dumb.
Well, because that is the chicken. It's me. That's my love.
Is that okay? That seems weird.
Well, think about all the other meat we eat.
I guess, but I don't know. Are they hurt? Like,
They're okay. The farmers take good care of them. They live a good life.
okay. Well, what if I don't want to eat meat?
Yes, love.
What if I don't want to eat meat?
All right, my love. It's getting late and you have school tomorrow morning. Go brush your teeth and go to bed. We can talk more about this tomorrow.
You never want to talk about what I want to talk about. Mom,
Dad.
I don't feel like eating it. Do I have to
I'm
eat
not
it?
giving you anything else. Eat what's on your plate. Hush. Come on, Elisa. Not tonight.
I'm not eating it this time.
Elisa!
I said no.
You can't keep doing this every night.
No.
Eat it quickly. My arm hurts.
I don't eat meat.
What? My heart will pack in if this goes on any longer. Don't you understand what your parents are telling you? If they tell you to eat, you eat.
I won't eat it.
My father took up a fork and knife. He used it to cut up a piece of steak we all sat around and stood tall in front of me and turned away. My father stooped slightly as he thrust the steak at my face, a lifetime's rigid discipline, unable to disguise his advanced age. Eat it. Listen to what your father's telling you and eat. Everything I say is for your own good, so why act like this if it makes you ill?
Father, I don't eat meat.
In an instant, his flat palm cleaved the empty space. I cut my cheek in my hand. Father, my brother cried, grabbing his arm. His lip twitched as though his agitation had not yet passed off. He hit me so hard that the blood showed through the skin of my cheek. My breathing was ragged, and it seemed that my composure had finally been shattered. Take hold of her arms, both of you. If she eats it once, she'll eat it again. It's preposterous. Everyone eats meat. Sister, would you please just eat? Or after all, it would be simple enough to just pretend. Do you have to make such a thing of it in front of Father? What kind of talk is that? My father yelled. Grab her arms, quickly. Having thrown down the fork and knife, he now picked up a piece of steak with his fingers and approached me. I was unable to say even a single word in case. When I opened my mouth to speak, the meat found its way in. He didn't release his grip on me. My father mashed the steak to a pulp on my lips. Though he parted my lips with his strong fingers, he could do nothing about my clenched teeth. Eventually, he flew into a passion again and struck me in the face once more. In the instant that the force of the slap had knocked my mouth open, he managed to jam the steak in. I spat out.
Leave me alone!
At first, she drew out her shoulders and seemed about to move in the direction of the front door. But then she turned back and picked up the fruit knife and began lying on the dining table. Eliza, my mother's voice, which seemed about to break, drew a trembling line through the little silence. Jaw clenched, her intense stare, facing each one of us down in turn, and I brandished the knife. Stop her!
Stay back!
Hey God, it's me, Eliza. I know we haven't talked in a while, I'm sorry, but I really need your help this time. I really don't want to eat meat, and I didn't think my parents would care so much. Do I have to eat animals? It makes me feel weird. I pray for all the animals in the world that we eat and that they have a good life. I know my mom said they do, but is she sure? They don't feel it at all? I'm a little freaked out that no one told me about this. It's okay to eat meat, right? And my mom says it's okay, so it must be okay, right? Also, I pray for my friends and family and that they're healthy, that I get good grades in school, and that they're the first woman president before me. Amen.
The anger felt like it was enough to fuel me for the rest of my life. It felt like from that moment on, I would devote my entire life to this and restore my belief of justice in the world. I believed other people wanted to maximize good the same way I did, and if I could see this clearly as a little girl, certainly they could too. I trusted that someone in power with reason would listen and understand if I could just show them. If I could just get the right man in the right room at the right time, wave my finger around and sound urgent and convincing enough, I could expedite the change I want to see in the world. If only I could explain this to them. If I could pinch them awake, they would say, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe that was happening. Thank you. I never thought about it that way. I'll have it done by tomorrow." In middle school, I became a girl. I learned what having a body meant. As I grew up, I realized a lot more stuff that gave me the same icky, panicky feeling I had at the dinner table in 3rd grade. But maybe I was meant to live that way. Maybe I was wrong about the world. I knew everything at 9 years old, but maybe I didn't.
Am I crazy? Am I a child so much still? How can I be so sure of myself when the rest of the world disagrees?
If the whole world starts burning, will the world not come together? What was it that willed me here? That called this object I call the body into being? I thought of my parents, and suddenly distrust crept into me. Was it them? Who was the God that pumped air into my lungs and began to beat my heart? What was their purpose in bringing me, and what did they intend for my life? I called my mother the other day to ask her why she had me. She told me how fulfilling being a mother had been for her. I felt alert. I looked over my shoulder and put my hands against my back to protect me the way I had when I was younger in a scary movie. I asked her if she felt like she had free will. She told me, "No, Miss Acton." That was the moment I realized she was a mutant just like me. I always had a blind faith in her. I bathed in this love, trusted it more than my own voice. She's my mother after all, but I knew she was asking the same questions I had. So I wonder if that means that I too will eventually bring life into this world. And if when I do, we will have the same father. A lot of this I don't understand, but I'm told there is a reason, and that my life serves a purpose greater than myself. I haven't found it yet, but soon I will bear this meaning myself, and maybe I too will feel fulfilled. This body is not mine, my mother's is not hers. Our job is to be humans and to make form. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us those who trespass, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
I'm just kidding. God's not real. But I am the closest thing there's ever been to one. And trust, I don't take that responsibility lightly. God loves all his creatures, and I take good care of my children. Yeah, you people don't realize it, but I love you so much. I got all this land just to make more of you. You wouldn't believe the pain in the ass it was to get it done. Push these cows west. God. But I just love to have those little baby cows running around on the farm. We had to do it. Nothing makes me happier. I love you so much. I destroyed 654 million acres of America just to have baby cows and to feed you. And another 127.4 million just to feed them. If that's not love, I mean, 41% of American soil just used to raise these cows. And you think we don't love them? Do you know how difficult it is to convince all of America they need to eat cows this bad and drink milk that's not their mother's? The amount of money I poured into advertising just so I can keep doing it. You guys got protein goals? Please. Got milk? Hell yeah. If that's not love. Like, seriously. I make more love to these cows than I do to my wife. I've shoved my fist up more cow pussy than women in my entire life. Heck, if these aren't my children, they sure as hell wouldn't be here without me. But then the love I have for my grandkids, oh man. I love them so much I would kill my baby cows for them to eat. Oh yes I would. Oh God, life is such a gift. But I don't eat any of it, they say being is real bad for you. You see, here at the farm, we produce the cow bodies through a process of artificial insemination. We jack off the male bulls. I told you, we're a loving family. And then I grab that cow by the pussy, you know what I mean. But for the people, it's a much more psychological process than that. But I'll tell you a little secret. The cows help. You see, if you can convince them to agree to let us make their food this way, the stuff they ingest, what becomes a part of them. Oh, Lordy. You'll be surprised the other shit we can get away with. It's just that shit doesn't seem as bad when they're already okay with all this shit. You see, you make the boys feel like they have power over the girls. Don't worry, they don't actually, but they're the most disposable. We don't need their bodies for anything more than mass. They can form the military, build the roads, move the economy, whatever. But most importantly, they keep our most valuable resource in check. Bodies around to do anything you want, really. It's the same as the male cows. We just kill them on the spot. They're all disposable. But the girls, they really internalize that shit, They really don't realize all the power they've got right inside them. If you can convince them that taking babies away at birth and killing them is okay for cows, well, then it's not that much harder to do the same for them. Honestly, the only reason I'd ever want to be a man is because you're not trapped in that endless loop. You could just die. But, yeah, we herd and breed these people the same way we do with cows. It's the same tactics, At the end of the day, people are just cows, and you'd be surprised how many just comply in advance. Realistically, if you think you're above a cow, you're just not living in the reality of this world. Because, babe, and I really truly mean this, you are the cow. They say man was made in God's image. Well, I do believe that 1% of men were. The rest of y'all, the rest of y'all are just cows. And they've got dominion over all of you.
All right, so for the next part, I'm going to ask that everyone puts the cow masks on that they have under their seats. And we're all going to stand up.
Yeah, I might just have to hold it. I can't see.
paper.
The eyes are too narrow.
Yeah.
Too tight in my hair.
It's so hard to see with this mask on. It's unfair.
You can put it above your eyes if you need to.
Is it tight enough or is it too big? It's fine.
All right. Now we're all gonna do
Is that good?
one big deep breath together. In for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out. All right, and again, and this time on the way out, we're all gonna move together. 1, 2, 3. Again. All right, now a quick exercise. We're gonna kick them in the balls. 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 Now punch Elon Musk. Now punch Elon Musk. Now punch Elon Musk. Now kick. Punch. If you want it, fight! Find it!